There is something I have been noticing about Sky for a while now, but I have not brought it up. And I don't exactly know what's going on, but apparently Sky is now single.
What?
So
What?
get out there, guys.
Yep.
Single
Hit her
Sky.
up.
Yep.
Yeah. Sky, for the past, I don't even know how long, it's been a while, has not worn a wedding ring.
We ain't done yet. It's time for the P1 Podcast.
Fun's not over yet.
Completely uncensored and unfiltered, except for that part.
Looking for the after party with it going.
The show's after show starts now.
Up to the boo, man. Thought you guys were
Yeah.
What's up, guys?
madly in love. Don't wave your bare finger at me.
You guys were
Yeah.
forever.
That's
Yeah.
disgusting.
We figured 20 years was enough.
You know what?
Yeah.
You had a great run.
A great run.
Yeah.
Good
Call it a
time.
day.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know.
Yes.
we
Moving
did it.
on. Moving
Yeah.
on. What the hell is going on? You haven't worn a ring in a while. What's the deal?
Wedding ring issues is the deal.
What are you, Emily?
Yes.
Well,
slash
Emily's
no.
makes sense because she has such a giant
That is
hand.
true.
Like how
Hey,
you can't get
Snapped.
anything.
I'm pretty sure
Yeah.
the engagement ring you originally had didn't it like snap in two?
Yeah.
Yes, but that's because it was old and there was a
Oh.
weird contraption on the
It
back
was like
of
the
it.
biggest size.
What?
It was my grandma's
the-
ring, and she had it had this contraption that would put it over her knuckle because she had big hands like me.
You know the Arc in St. Louis?
Yeah.
That's the only thing that could fit Emily's finger.
Oh my gosh! Wow! Wow!
But you even went and got a replacement ring, so you're wearing a ring.
I'm wearing a ring.
Oh man,
But-
that thing looks expensive.
Fuck you.
That was so messed
I
up.
fucking like it, and I don't care.
That was so messed up.
What vending
simple.
machine did you get that
Oh,
from?
fuck you.
Robert, get the other one with the claw.
Oh God, you have another dollar, Griffey?
Really?
What's up with you, Sky?
Yeah, well, so I've been having issues with my wedding ring for probably the last, I don't know, like 4 or 5 years, where about 5 years ago, I noticed it was starting to bend. And I had the 2 rings set where, you got the engagement, you got the wedding ring, and sweet Boo, my husband, the Boo, we got married so young that he didn't know, nor did I even know to tell him that it's the groom's job to get the rings, if you want, which a lot of people do, get them soldered together before the wedding. So I guess what happens is the bride will take the engagement ring, take it off like a week before the wedding, give it to the groom, and he will then take it to the jeweler, get it soldered together, and then on the wedding day, when he puts the ring on your finger, it's both of the rings soldered together. But since we were
Didn't
young,
know that was a thing.
God,
either.
when
Did you
when
guys do
does it
that,
end
Eddie?
with the guy's job? My God. What else do we have to fucking do?
I mean, all you have to
Holy
do is
shit.
take care of the ring. I mean, really, it's just
not
part of
This ring, that ring, soldering.
This is a money thing, guys.
Oh, okay.
Total money thing.
He doesn't want to pay.
Unbelievable.
Total.
Fuck does it end?
Being young and dumb in love, we didn't know any of this and weren't informed of this till after the wedding. So I don't give a rip. He doesn't give a rip. So we never get it done. And then it was probably about 4 to 5 years ago, one of the rings actually snapped. I saw like a little line forming in it, and it's platinum, but I guess over.
You say plastic?
No, I said platinum. I guess over wearing a ring for 100 years straight, because I never take that thing off. I don't take it off to shower, like wash my hands.
Me
I'm not.
neither. I don't take off my ring.
Yeah.
Oh,
I'm not-
really?
Yeah. Some people are the people who take it off.
I don't want to lose it.
Yeah.
I had mine
I get that.
resized about, I don't know, a year or so
Oh,
ago.
yeah, you were freaking out about it.
Well, I had lost so much weight.
Yeah.
Oh,
that
yeah.
It was like, I would literally turn my hand upside down and it would fall off.
Yeah.
So I can't tell you how many times I would make a hand motion and my ring would fly across the room.
It was that loose.
It was really loose.
That's crazy.
And so I go, this thing, I'm going to lose it at some
Yeah.
point. So I actually sent it in and had it resized, and now I can't get it off really, which is great because I don't take it off ever.
Yeah.
But then I went, I don't know, it was like 2 months without the ring, and it felt so weird that I ended up I bought like this band to just have something there.
Yeah.
Because it felt too weird.
Yeah.
Odd.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So at that point, I decided, okay, cool. Let's get this ring fixed up. Let's get it soldered together, and then hopefully it'll last us the next 40,
a lifetime.
But yeah, 40, 60 years. I don't even know how long we
Wow.
got, but whatever. So that was the plan. And at the time, the hubby was telling me like, hey, we bought that ring when we were kids. Like, if you want a new ring, like,
Whoa, look at him balling.
get a new ring.
Look at
Daddy.
him balling.
Right.
It's like, whatever you can afford, I'll get you.
Yeah.
So true, so true. Baby, you use your credit card and
Yeah.
you treat yourself to
you
whatever
get
you want.
anything you want
There you
on
go.
me.
Yes,
On
yes,
me.
yes.
What a fucking
Yes.
baller.
I will take your paycheck and deposit it to cover whatever you
Yes.
bought.
You
yes,
got it, bitch.
Yes,
Well,
got it.
you're 3 months. You know, let's
Woo.
Hey.
let's go crazy here
yeah,
on you.
Yeah.
That guy is the ultimate fucking gold. Not gold digger, but he's the ultimate like player because he just stays at home. He works on things around the house.
Finger
Big
butts.
Mama brings him lunch all
Oh,
the
hell yeah,
time.
man.
Yeah, yeah.
Big Mama pays for everything. He just chills back.
Yeah.
Every Saturday
He's got
night
the
gets the
life,
dick
man.
wet. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying?
Oh, hey,
man.
hey. and then tells me like he's a fucking baller. Like,
Get
Let's
what you
upgrade.
want.
Let's upgrade
You
your
get
ring.
what you want, girl.
He knows what he's doing.
you.
Hell yeah.
He's smooth in those cargos.
Oh, smoothie. So, then, okay, great. I want to get it fixed. I don't want a new ring. Like, I'm one of those weird chicks who doesn't care about.
You don't need
like,
a fat diamond.
No, I don't need it. I don't
But you
want
can
it.
only go too much because if you get too big of a diamond, it's bigger than her head, and it
should
weighs
tip
her
over.
down.
So
She'd tip
true.
over.
Tip over.
You go 1 carat, forget about
Oh
it.
yeah,
Okay,
she's done.
I have a normal size head. I would not tip over.
I get so concerned about your tits. I mean, I think you may fall over. at
They
some
make
point.
me a little too
You know?
front heavy.
Yeah,
She
you got
puts the-
nothing up top.
Yeah. She puts the ring on as a necklace.
I don't wear it on my head. Is that funny?
That was really good. That was, like, that's the best joke Emily's ever made.
Yes, it really
That was
is.
really
It
good.
really is.
So I don't want the new ring. I'm a weirdo. I want my ring. Like I feel
I
like
wish my wife felt the same way.
yeah, I want. I don't care that we were 22 years old. And had no money. I want that ring that he put on my finger that day.
Okay, God.
Sorry.
Why are you yelling at us?
Jesus.
Like he,
Okay.
well, when I was trying to explain this to my husband, like he wasn't understanding. Like he thinks a ring is a ring. Like there's no sentimental value to the one put on your finger that day.
Well,
And to me,
there is, but don't they keep the set or whatever? They keep the diamond and they put it in a new setting, and
Yeah.
they can do all of that just to make it better.
Well, not with my ring because my ring is beyond the band. They say they can't repair.
God, sounds like a piece
I
of
wonder
shit,
if-
Sky.
well, I wonder
yeah,
if-
the diamond has a crack in it, so
I-
they're scared if they reset it something, it'll like because
what
I
did
was
you buy?
Well, I
mean,
wonder if
what's in
sound,
Emily's ring?
I would love to know if I would love to know if sound vibrations can destroy a ring.
That's
like
crazy.
years and years of
that's
the
crazy.
diamond hearing that fucking
think?
voice
Oh, really?
24/7.
Shattered a
It
diamond.
shattered a diamond.
That's
Holy
unbelievable.
shit!
It wasn't shattered. It had a crack in it, you assholes.
That's
okay?
fucking crazy.
And it has nothing to
I'm
do with
honestly
my voice.
worried about my bones.
Oh, your bones.
I've been 20 years with this bitch.
Okay,
Oh my
really?
God.
Go get a freaking CAT scan.
Seriously.
Shattered in there.
Shattered everywhere.
CTE.
Okay. So great. So I just basically tell the jeweler, do your best, put a band-aid
Save
on
the
it,
ring.
like save the ring. Let's hope for this. So they do that, and then I start wearing it again. And next thing you know, this thing is so bent and misshapen that all of a sudden my hand is starting to go numb, and I don't know why. I have no fucking clue why
This
I'm
is the worst ring I've ever heard in my
It
life.
really
yeah.
is.
And honestly, I'm getting this pain in the top of my hand, and so I think like,
Oh my God.
do I have a blood clot in the vein in my hand?
Okay,
Am
that's
I,
where you
like-
go,
am-
blood clot.
Yeah,
Of
like
course.
I
So
can't.
extreme.
Yeah,
Of course.
like what's going on?
Worst case scenario every time.
Yeah.
clot.
And then I realized, ooh, this one finger feels a little bit more tender than the other one, and I go to take my ring off, can't take it off. And then when I finally get it off, like one side of it is so like dented in, it was legit like denting into my finger and cutting the circulation off.
God,
and
how
I
fragile are you?
and I can't like unbend it. Like who
So frail.
What did you do to it?
I don't know. I guess platinum over time with time and heat can get pliable and can actually bend. And then when it gets cold again, it gets stuck in that spot. And somehow it bent and stuck in that spot. And I just said, I'm fucking done. I'm over it.
But it's your wedding ring. You're so sentimental about this
Yeah.
ring.
You're
I can't
over
have anything done
Yeah.
to it.
Right.
But you're just gonna be done with the ring.
Well, I'm done wearing it on my finger. So now I'm like, what am I going to do? Am I going to get a necklace?
Are you a necklace gal?
Am I going to
Are you a
hang
big, you a
it?
big
I've
wedding
never
ring
seen
necklace
Sky
gal?
wear a necklace.
Yeah, yeah.
The only
No,
time I've seen
I'm
Sky
not.
wear a necklace is when it's attached to a shirt.
From Kohl's.
Yes, yes. It comes as a set.
That hot outfit.
It comes as a set, you guys.
She thought it was really
I
classy.
thought it was so classic.
Nobody knows that the necklace doesn't go all the way behind. It clasps
God.
right here
Attached
to
to
your
the
shirt.
shirt?
It's
Yeah.
attached to your
Yeah.
shirt, Emily. Yeah.
And she was so proud of it.
Yeah. Yeah. High class.
Hideous.
Yeah. New York Fashion Week. Look into it, Emily.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh my
She
God.
wore it to a funeral, right?
Yes,
Oh,
yes.
no.
It was my hot New York outfit
Yeah.
to go to a funeral.
For a
Yeah.
hot New York outfit.
So anyway, so I'm thinking like, I can't wear this thing on my finger anymore. It's injuring me. If I bring it back to the jeweler, they're going to tell me what they told me last time. We can no longer repair this thing. It's beyond repair.
Get a new one.
So that was 4 months ago, and still no ring.
Damn,
Still
son.
no
And
ring.
you're okay with it? It doesn't bother you?
There's occasional times that I feel a little weird about it because I forget. I've been wearing a wedding ring for 20 years now. And so like I've had a couple times where I leave a place and I go, man, that guy was so nice. He was like, I've never got service like that before.
Oh,
Like,
someone wants a piece of the sky.
and then all of a sudden I
vagina.
go, wait a second. Could it have anything to do with the fact I don't have a ring on? I don't know. Maybe not.
Wow.
But that's the only time it ever hits me that I'm not wearing a ring.
Words got around about that moist vagina.
Yeah, that's right.
So
Wow.
moist.
The
all
moist
right.
is pussy in La Jolla.
Wow.
Get
Wow.
it. Get it, bro.
What a
Get it.
compliment.
Get it, guy at Grab and Go Subs.
Oh, wow.
She walks in, they all go, shit, moist pussy's here.
Oh, yeah.
No one says that, okay?
Moist
Hook her up with extra pickles.
Yeah.
Oh, the service here is wonderful.
Could it be from my moist pussy?
Yes.
I don't think so. I don't think the word's out like that. Okay, I don't care. I'm like kind of over it at this point. Like, great.
Really?
I'm married. I know I'm married. My husband knows I'm married. We're
But
married.
you meant a lot to you. So sentimental about the ring.
But that ring is no longer an option.
But
so
you can make it into something more up to date, more beautiful, more,
but it would have to be all new. Like I
they
can't
can-
salvage anything.
You've got to
They
have. You don't have
absolutely
any.
can.
You don't have any little diamonds on the sides or anything
well,
like that.
they can
Or-
break that piece, the one that you said has a crack in it, break
Yeah.
it into making it into multiple pieces.
Oh yeah, but that's really expensive. So
Not really. No, I'm telling you, it's not that bad, Sky. You're just not even listening now.
She's not.
So you're just gonna walk around with no ring for the rest of your life?
right,
Wow.
and I didn't really give
Fucked
much
up.
thought to it.
If I was a boo, I'd be pissed.
I'd
Honestly,
be pissed too, yeah.
My wife would. I would not be cool with that.
well,
Yeah.
so it's funny.
Especially with this hot piece of ass just
Thank
walking
Dude, all
around
these
La
grab and
Jolla.
goes.
it
Fuck,
wasn't
man.
grab
You're
and
trying to
go.
grab that
Every-
thing
It
and
was
go.
not grab and go.
Everywhere
Okay?
she goes,
it was
everyone-
not. It was not.
She's probably switching really hard when she's walking into the grab and go too.
Well, you
Okay,
have to with all
nothing
that
happened
wet
at-
pussy.
Yeah, that is true.
Sloshing, more like it.
Sloshing.
I'm not
It's
sloshing.
like a wet shoe.
Okay, it's not a wet shoe.
Sound.
Kind of looks like one too.
It is not a wet bucket shoe. Okay. And
Sorry,
nothing
sorry,
happened at
sorry,
grab and
sorry. Okay.
go. Okay. Anyway. So, so the husband has said a few things here and there, just dropped little things about how he's going to hook me up with a sweet CZ on my finger, cubic zirconium.
Why?
Just so that you'd have something.
Just so I'd have
Oh,
something.
just in the meantime.
Because, once we got through the thing of I don't want a new real ring, I want my ring, then he's like, well, then let's just put a fakie on there, whatever. And so I kind of always had assumed that it was like, oh, he doesn't want other guys thinking I'm single, right?
Well, yeah.
I think that makes sense when
course.
you're married to somebody. You don't want.
He owns you.
I don't know about that. I feel like we're
Right? Is
partners
that-
in life.
Oh,
No, I don't feel like anyone owns anyone. And so the other night he brings it up to me again about a ring, and I'm like, I'm just like not really feeling it. And he goes,
You're not feeling a wedding ring? You
Weird
do
guy.
you hear yourself? That's a
It's
really
really
weird
weird.
thing to say.
yeah. Again, it's not the ring
Yeah.
I want. I don't like
It's
why.
a symbol of your love.
I know. Why are we wasting money on it? We don't need our love
Why
is
don't you
strong.
Why don't you do like the tattoo ring?
Ooh.
You both get like tats on your ring finger.
Yeah.
Of a-
Ooh,
why don't
Tommy
you-
Lee style.
Ooh, why don't you do that?
Kid
You can-
Rock, I forget
yeah,
who did it.
no one wants either one of you, so you're stuck with each other. So do the tattoo thing.
Yeah, I would honestly be more into that
Oh,
before
look at this.
buying like a new ring. That stuff's expensive. Fuck that.
Oh my God, Sky.
I know, I'm so cheap. So anyway, so that's what I'm thinking he's getting at, and why he wants me to wear a ring. And then he says to me, he goes, you don't understand how that makes me look, right? And I'm like thinking, okay, like this is a La Jolla thing. Like we live in a super nice area. You know, all the other wives
That
have
we know.
massive rocks.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we know.
And here I am with nothing on
All
my
the
finger.
maids are gonna be like, "Is Miss Guy single?"
What happened
The
to
nannies,
Mr.
the au
Sam?
pairs.
Yeah, all of them.
What happened to the boo?
Totally, Deboo. So that's what I think he's getting at. Like it's embarrassing.
status thing.
Yeah, he's not taking care of his lady. His lady doesn't have a nice rock. And I said, who cares? You know what the people in the neighborhood think if I'm not wearing a ring? And he's like, no, that's not it at all. And I'm like, what? And he goes, you don't understand how it makes me look as a man walking around with a wedding ring on, hanging out, holding hands, hugging, you know, PDAing that we do all the time.
I mean,
Yeah.
you don't even kiss.
You haven't tongue kissed in 10 years.
Yeah. Walking side by side with a safe distance in between one another. I don't get how that makes him look as a guy with a ring on, strolling around, flaunting his side piece, he says.
Oh, you're the
you're the
you're
side
the
piece.
side piece?
Because
You don't have a ring on.
Because everyone will assume
Oh.
that I am the married man's side
Yeah,
piece.
a homewrecker.
Yes. And he specifically brought up about how, you know, we're in talks to may go on vacation to Hawaii with Eddie and his wife in a few months. And he's like, so we're going to be with this married couple. And here's this guy with the ring and this chick with no ring on. Like, what are people going to think of
Swapsies?
us? Yeah, like, what kind
Here
of
we go.
scenario?
This is awesome.
Never in a million years did I think this was his concern, that people would think he's a cheating husband and that I am the, quote, hot side piece.
Okay, wait, hold on a minute.
No, he like
He
what's
added
going on.
that?
Oh yeah, yeah. Like, what are they gonna see? I'm walking around with this young hottie here,
Wait,
and she
young?
doesn't have a
Hold
ring
on.
on.
He was clearly trying to get laid at this
Yeah,
point.
I mean,
Let's be honest.
there's something going
Yeah.
on here.
Yeah, so
What, does that change your mind?
it's a weird argument. I mean, I guess. I mean, honestly, I wouldn't notice a couple like me and the boo. Now, if it's like a frickin' like 50-year-old man with some 22-year-old,
But that's what he said. Basically,
Yeah,
Instagram
that's,
model.
that's what you
It's
are.
the same thing.
You're a
you,
22-year-old.
Yeah, then I'm gonna notice the ring scenario and totally judge you.
But two old people
Two
Yeah.
old,
walking around.
dried up people, except for the wife's vagina.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm not gonna
not happening.
be examining their ring or judging their scenario. Like, I don't know.
You got to figure this out, Sky. You need to wear a ring. So Emily can hook you up with her claw machine dealer. Yeah, something.
Oh,
I
thank
got you, Sky.
Thank you.